everybody, this is Sheila Mason, and she's from Cave Junction.
Oh, okay.
Well, at least that's her address.
Yeah, already here.
And for the time being, she's gonna go to Canada, gotta go on, like the guy, like the kids who did their draft cards, she's gotta get to Canada. That was years ago.
Oh, okay.
She's gonna show you what she can do and how she does it.
Thank
You got
for
it, girl.
being here.
Thank you, Hank.
I really appreciate it. So as I'm doing this, it's okay to let me know you have a question. I don't mind that at all. And if it becomes too much, we'll say let's hold them off until the end or something. But I don't see any problem with doing that. What I'd like to know is how many of you are painters? All right.
Well, half.
Well, good, good. And for me, painting has been about, I quit work and I started wanting to fulfill my dreams of doing art because the rest of the time was working, raising kids, family, so I finally got to touch my passion. And the first thing I did was I signed up at the community college for some sculpting classes. And I did that for a couple years. And I love sculpting too, so that's one of my passions. The other thing that I did after that was I got into painting, and I really like this. And then I got cancer, and I had put off that for about 5 years or so. And then I finally got back into painting, so I've been painting for about 10 years. And I really love it. It's a passion. I can go there when the world's crazy. And what I do is, and I'm going to share with you, is I started out doing just regular paintings. And you can pass this around if you want. And it's not raised, it's not a 3D. And what I'm gonna show you is how I raised, and I was playing with ideas of how do I add to this painting? How do I make it become more alive? And a lot of it was lighting, a lot of it was other things. And so I'll show you this technique here. So I took the canvas when I started out doing a 3D, and I just charcoal in where I'm going to put a tree that I want 3D. Now this could be a big canvas, and this might represent one tree, and then I'd have another one here and another one there. I usually have 3 to 5 trees because they get heavy and I'm weak. And so I started out with just a drawing, and I can live with it, look at it, going, I want that a little bigger, a little smaller. It gives me a chance to reflect on what I'm really doing. And I'll pass these around, so there's not much to look at there. But so then the next thing I do is I use a mixture of plaster and glue. And I mix it up, and I brought some plaster with me, and I brought some other stuff too. A lot of you might use different mediums, and this is a box phone if you want to look at them. They're different mediums that you can add to acrylic paint. It thickens it up, and you can kind of do the same thing. And it's just a matter of taste, what you like. I didn't like I couldn't move the plaster or this around on the plaster like I can doing it my way. So anyways, you're more than welcome to read this, check it out. So here's the first step. Make sure wherever you're doing this that the room is warm. You gotta keep that temperature warm around you, because if you don't, it'll take forever for it to start setting up, and you want to do it within your life. So this is one where the plaster is just put on.
And it was just put on? You said just put on now?
I did these at home ahead of time
Oh, okay.
you guys could see, because it takes 24 hours for it to set up.
Okay.
And so, in the meantime, so I do that, I get that all done, then I'll go out and I'll do something in the yard, or go back in the house, eat a sandwich or something. Then I come out, and I have various tools that I play with. This one's pretty standard. Probably all of you look at that, but I do use like these little wire tools to go down, try to get as many lines in. This one here, I like the end of it. I'm always end up with it. And anyways, you can play with that, and you can play with the edges and make sure. And the most important thing, I think, is you can see the difference here is like I started this one here, and this one here I worked a little more, and that's because it was starting to sit up. And when it starts to sit up, you really got to give it energy to do it. So, and then there's a point where you're not working it anymore.
How long does it take before it's that workable?
Well, it depends on how warm your shop is,
Okay.
and the consistency of your medium. Thank you.
Now, have you worked on this one yet?
This one here?
With the tools?
Oh, these are just illustrations.
Demos.
That one you've used with the tools, okay.
Yeah, and this one wasn't. This one was just laid on.
What tool do you use to just lather it on?
I would take it, like say this had some plaster in it, I would take it and squeeze it out, and then I would
Oh, cheater.
lay it on and do this.
Like a cake.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
you're putting it on, you're coming up with your own idea of what you want. So on these now, there's a couple of things that I have learned over trial and error, and if I can help anybody not do them, I will. And that is, see how this edge is sticking up? You can't do that. You gotta keep those edges clean where it meets. So, and I left these here because I wanted you to see that when you're, and I'll show you one where I had one in the beginning when I first started doing it, and I was going, oh God, I spent all those hours on that, and I'm chucking that painting.
Can you sand them off? Could you sand them off?
You probably could. You probably could. And I use plaster, Paris, and glue to put mine on. And it, when you're mixing it, and I brought some clay,
And what kind of glue? I mean, they're
Elmer's glue I
Elmer's,
use.
okay.
Now, I found everybody can come up with their own, how would I say it, your own idea. And I say keep trying your own ideas. So, because I was worried about when I was doing mine going, oh my gosh, what if this fell off the canvas?
Right.
You know, oh my God, I would be devastated. So I decided to take, and I'm in my shop and I got one of these like this, only a big one, and I got my chisel and my hammer.
Oh dear.
And I wanted to see what it was going to endure or not, so I poked a hole in the canvas, but I could not get that off the canvas. So that was a relief.
Wow.
Do you prep your canvas or your board by, sometimes I've done the Burning Tree series where I will spray my canvas with a little water and on the back side of it.
Oh, okay.
And so I want to hear that canvas have a drum thump to it. And then I'm ready to do my painting. So
Well, there you go. I like that. And I think the more you talk about and you hear from different people, different little things that, and you take those things and sometimes you try them, sometimes you go, I'm not going there, you know, and you just do. And so I don't know if there's a better way, I'm sure there is. This is the way I adopted my method, and so I want you to. So I take my plaster of Paris, I forgot the glue. I can't believe that, but I did. And you take it, and the consistency is going to depend on what you're doing. Like right now I'm trying to work on getting my tree to be more like a madrone tree, which is not like a redwood or a cedar or any of those trees. So it's gonna take a lot more. Anyways, when I do this, and I'm in the shop and it's hot, and I gotta get it done, the most important thing is don't let anything pull you away while you're doing it, because then it's a disaster. So just get it done, leave it on the table, walk away for 10 minutes, come back. But as you're putting something on the tree, you can see this is really, really thick. Mine usually is a little bit thinner than that. Let's see if I can, that's got too much in it. And it's a little different consistency when you add the glue. So I have gone back and worked on something and said, oh, that needs to be, that's too skinny there. And I'll take it and I'll just do slight little things like lay a little bit there. And you can do that. Even after you've been painting on it, look at it and go, what is wrong with this tree? You know, and then I'll take it and I'll look at it and go, oh my gosh, that's way big and this is too small. So I'll get a ruler and I'll mark my spot, replaster that little edge. And I think the details like that make a difference. So if you can do them. But the other thing on this here is this part here is really crucial. So when you're painting, you got to think about how you're going to go from something sticking out on the canvas and make it blend in. And you feather it down, or you plan on what's going there. And you maybe want it to be something that's over top of a rock, you know, so. And we'll look at some of those, but this is not finished, but this is the next stage after this one here. So this is after it's starting to set up. You go out there and I play with tools. So, you know, maybe do that one a little bit, and maybe I want more lines, depending on what kind of tree. Now, these are two paintings that are, one's doesn't have anything here. Now this one here
It's raised.
adds two to it, and I really feel they're heavy, aren't they?
Yeah. Look at
Yeah.
that.
So
Well, she goes.
adding to it is what
Just
makes
a
me
detail.
mistake, and I did the best I could.
Question, you said that at a certain point it starts to dry and you know you've got to work fast. If you were to add water, would that upset the,
Yeah, I wouldn't add water. I would stick with the consistency that you're using, and either, I'm trying to think of how to say it. And I've done that. It's like I'll look at this and go, oh, I really want to make this a little thicker. I would do a small
A lot
portion,
heavier, isn't it?
build on it, and bring it up, because it needs that moisture to heat to each other.
You came
So
in.
keep that in mind. So, anyway, so then I got into, as you can see on that one canvas, it's built up. And the reason I brought a larger canvas
This one's flat.
is because it takes longer. And when you're trying to do this tree and this tree's dry and you gotta get over there and get this tree, you know, you gotta work fast enough to know where you wanna put. Once you get it on, you can take a breath, you can relax, and you go, okay, and then you can work and get it the way you want. Then you can focus on where your lighting's gonna be and how you're gonna be. The reason I brought this one was I had this right here happen. I don't know what I was thinking, but all of a sudden I went, oh my God. Anyways, it was a mistake I made. I did the best I could at the time, but I know now to double check that, you know.
But I don't think that's a mistake, I like that.
I agree with her.
Okay.
You have a wonderful
You guys
mistake
are
going
very
on.
kind. As we all can be very critical of our own art, I'm very good at that. So-
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it was
Now, that's a
interesting,
little
but
different.
I love doing the forest, so.
Wow, it's great.
Oh, and
I
the
think
other
you gotta
thing
clean your
that's
mistakes.
important, before you start, you have to know what you're gonna do. You have to know what that tree in your mind looks like before you get started. Because if not, you're gonna lose it in the middle. It's just how it is. It's like if you're gonna do a madrone tree, you're not gonna put all those lines in there like that, because that's not a madrone tree. you
So
know.
what kind of paint do you paint? Is it acrylic?
I do
or
acrylics.
oils? Oh, it's acrylics.
Yeah, and the reason I stayed away from oil and different things was because I didn't want to be around any chemicals after my little cancer thing. I just
Gotcha. So that's
just,
acrylic.
I want as clean environment as I can work in.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and it seems to work really nice. And
On top of your glue stuff.
yeah, it's like I would take this and it's really important again. Make sure those edges are nice and clean. I thought I didn't bring the one I had. I had one that had a drip over here and it just was not being very helpful at all. So, any questions? Any more questions?
No, your work is beautiful.
I had like 3 of them. So once you start your tree, as she said, once it starts drying, walk away. You're done, correct?
If it's dry, you're not going to change it.
You can't like whittle it down or reshape it.
I did these yesterday.
Yeah. Okay, that's a definite. You're not whittling anything.
You're not moving anything. It's there. You can try to move it with your paints. You know, draw it, make it different with your paints, but it's after a while the tree's going to tell you, "I'm right here.
And we're done.
Do it. Don't."
And we're
space
looking like
me out."
maybe
And so-
15 minutes.
So don't have a glass of wine before you start. Keep that until after.
Turn the phone off.
Yeah, and if you have company, probably not. For me, there's only certain people I can do art around. My friend, for one, and it distracts you. And timing is everything when you first do the plastering.
Okay.
It's
So we're
absolute-
talking like you're under half an hour. So I'm trying to think how fast you're working like
Well, it
15.
depends. Like
your
when I do
tree.
these trees, I'm going to use a big container because I'm trying to get it all on there, right?
And quickly.
You know, get it where I want it, and then I got to get the sides nice and tidy. Oh, and that's the other thing. If I drop the piece, I better get a wet rag and get it off my canvas because it's going to be on there. So you can't be messy. You got to be as tidy as you can. And for me, that means don't bother me. You know, I got to concentrate and keep this
Turn
together.
it into a rock.
Yeah. So, and I have done a couple huge paintings. I like it, the bigger the tree is great, but the squatting and the standing and squatting is miserable. It's up and down, up and down. But it works really well with large trees, I think. But I've done some smaller ones and it worked really well on those too. And any questions? I'm trying to think of what more. I know I'll think later, oh, I should have told them about.
Have you ever tried making the greenery pull out like you do the trees?
I did, and I didn't bring that one.
Okay, well, at least you know you can do it.
See, that's what I was trying, but it dried too fast. I wanted a leaf going, you know, coming up, but
Maybe that's why everybody likes it.
Yeah, I love those photos.
Yeah, the birds, yeah.
no, And I really like doing detail, you know, the little mushrooms and the flowers.
Do you sketch out your idea first so that you have something to work from?
I do. I usually have to really spend days in my head, you know, really what I'm thinking about. And we're also fortunate. We live right here with the redwoods.
Woods, yeah.
Oh my God, we got trees like nobody has trees, and you can take a picture. Like I have so many pictures of gnarly little this on a root. You know, so many. I mean, by themselves it looks like no picture, but I want that in my next picture. You know, painting. So, but I say go for a walk in the woods, have your lunch, and enjoy yourself. And my mission is, I don't know if any of you know who Emily Carr is. She was the turn of the century artist in Canada, and she did watercolors. And she went to all these native villages and did paintings of totem poles and various different things, and became quite good and famous about it. And the reason she did this was her fear was the culture was going to be eliminated. It wasn't going to, it's going to be gone. And that's how I fear for the trees when I think of the redwoods and these beautiful, magnificent pieces of trees. And so I want to capture them. I want you to feel them and
Share it with the world.
share it with the world. But if you had, what I would love is I'm a much better hands-on learner, and sharing with you, I'd be better if you were doing something I could come over and say, no, you know. So any of you can call, talk to me, ask me a question, I'd be more than happy. 659-0117. And Sheila.
I got that part.
Okay.
I've been doing videos where they do the petals of like 3D flowers down there. But I'm noticing the consistency is a little bit different in your mixture. With the flower thing, will you just add more glue to make that stand up more?
Yeah, I think that because I'm such my own teacher and my own experimenter, I can't say, here's the formula for this. You're gonna have to find what works for you and what you're comfortable with, because I don't measure.
So you eyeball the,
Yeah,
stuff
I
to
do,
the water, you eyeball it.
and after a while, you know, like, I'm going, okay, I want a real barky bark here, and this one here I want it smoother, so I know what I'm looking
Consistency.
for.
Yeah, consistency.
And that just comes with time as you're doing it, so.
So just get the small boards and just start practicing that.
Practicing on the
Yeah.
small before
Yeah,
you practice.
like what you did. Just
Yeah.
yeah. Just make mini trees. Work my way up.
Right. So
Yeah.
if you screw up, it's not on the big one, it's on the little one.
Simple theory. Another question: Where do you get your tools economically?
My what?
Your tools?
Oh, well, because I do sculpturing. These are from, I love tools. My husband got me a cement mixer one year for
Valentine's Day?
and I was so excited because I do cement walls and do all these things. Anyways, most of my tools, I move them from, if they're no longer good in my
Sculpture.
clay, then they go into these jars, which is for my painting. If these don't work, they go into the cement room, which is where those tools are. So I believe in using them until they finally go, you can let us go. You know. But tools are very important. And I just really think people should experiment and really try their own ideas, and you really will find that you'll probably come up with something and go, whoa, if Sheila knew about this, you know. So go for it.
How long do you wait for the drying before you start painting?
Oh, at least 24 hours, but usually 2 days.
2 days? Okay.
It takes a while. And you can see the color will change. Like these aren't even dry yet. I mean, but they're hard enough, so I could push it and work on it. But it gives me a chance to look at it and say, I don't know where the other one went.
Right here.
Anyways. Thank you.
There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Here's this one.
Put this one here. Yeah, so be very careful on the edges because it'll mess you up and you can't get it off. You can try the sanding. You brought that up. One of you did. You did. And I have some with knot holes in it. When I first started doing painting, again, I've only been painting 10 years, so I'm new to trying to discover. It really works when you add the paint to it, and you'll find out and get your colors and go for a walk in the woods and say, "I see you, I'll do you," you know. Yeah. So painting and drying is patience. It's definitely get all of this out of the way. Okay, put all that away because now you can work on, painting and doing the whole thing. I've had 3 easels going at the same time because I did a triptych and they were huge. And I'd go, okay, how do I do this? But I had to keep them together because I didn't want it, so there was a lot of learning on my part. I mean, there's painters out there. I'm not, I'm self-taught, so along with it is freedom, but also along with it comes the reinventing the wheel syndrome, and which is costly and you don't really want to do that. So I do a lot of studying and looking up stuff and doing things, and I advise all of you to do that. And we live in a day of the internet, so you can go on and ask a question and you get some silly answers and you get some good ones. So
Very good, thank you, thank you.
So a lot of your tools you would probably order through online, unless there's shops that.
yeah, I mean these are all from.
She's got 3 of them there at the dollar store.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I see 3 of them there at the dollar store right now.
Okay.
These kind here.
Yep, dollar store.
Yeah, these work really good with it because the plaster moves.
Got it.
I mean, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, there's not much for art stores here. So.
Yeah, I found out. And the price?
Yeah, or you have Walmart.
Well, sometimes they got some good stuff.
Yeah,
They have
but-
good sales sometimes.
Yeah.
Is there an art store in Crescent City?
No,
No.
no,
North
Wright's,
Office Supply.
you go to Wright's in Brookings or Hobby Lobby, Bedford. Yeah, I used to go to
Office
Bedford.
Supply doesn't
Mm.
have one.
Well,
Yeah, but it does have art stuff
Yeah,
at
yeah,
our
yeah.
Del Nord office
Yeah.
supply
Right.
place.
Yeah,
It
they have a
has
few.
watercolor.
Minuscule, yeah.
You just
Minuscule,
ordered it online?
Right.
Yes, most of the time, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a great option.
Or they go over to Medford.
Yeah, but if
Yeah,
you watch
Bedford's my
which
favorite.
Sunday it is, the next Sunday is 40% off on paint stuff. You just have to call and find out
That's
what
pretty
week you want to
good.
go.
Right.
Ah, interesting.
Now, none of you brought any pieces of your work?
Well, no, you're showing it off.
No, I want to see your stuff.
Ah, well.
I just told her to bring food.
No, I just brought the food.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still a beginner. I'm in Deb's class with Mary.
Any question?
Not so far.
No, your work is beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you.
Your work is, and I like your raised trees.
Well, that technique has slowly been evolving and
Yeah, I have never seen that technique. They're usually just like that,
Yeah.
painted, so. That's
now,
that's
see,
nice.
that would be interesting to do, except for you got the leaves in front of a tree.
Right,
So then you go,
that would kind of be hard to plaster.
You could do it, but
Yeah.
it's definitely not,
Challenge.
you gotta really plan that one out.
And be
And
quick
it's
about
gonna be
it.
a different,
Yeah.
what do you call it, different consistency when you would do it heavier on top, you know.
Could you use a cake decorating, that type of thing? Could
Ooh,
you,
that's a good idea, isn't
like
it?
you were gonna decorate a cake with it? Could you do that type of thing with the plaster?
You could,
Like it was frosting?
plaster is a wonderful source of carving. You can really carve plaster. And if you add the glue wants to hold on to it and it's not gonna give in as like if it didn't have any. So you gotta, sometimes it's like, oh no, and I've had to throw out my whole batch of plaster because I added too much glue and it didn't, and I didn't need a load of.
So is it like, the combination would be like 2 parts plaster to 1 part glue? Something like that?
Good question.
It can be. It can
I mean, is
be.
that about
Again,
what the ratio we're looking
I don't
for?
have a formula in front of me, and I can't believe I brought everything but the glue. It's a matter of what you're working on. Like I was playing with this here while we were talking. This is hard already, and it's got water in it. And it'll fool you to think that you still got time. And you don't.
Well, maybe you have a little more time with the glue? No.
No.
No,
No, that'd be,
you want to be ready. Have that all marked out. Okay, I'm going to do it today. Oh yeah, got my thing. Okay, everything's ready, and you do it. I don't care if your phone's ringing or whatever. You do that, and it's going to take you a good. Like I did these 2 trees one night, and then this tree, and this took me 6 hours.
Wow.
Just going away, coming back, and then cleaning it up where I dropped pieces, you know, because if you drop that, you know, the plaster onto the canvas, it's gonna leave marks. And you don't want a big splash in the middle of your work, so.
How would you compare the plaster of Paris with modeling paste? Because I noticed you've got
I
some.
stayed away from this because of chemicals.
good point. Because a lot of the videos, they're promoting the bottle
I
paste.
had to be really careful, so I'm not opposed to it, it was a health issue for me. And if anybody wants to check them out,
I do.
and it says on here, this might be helpful too, on the lid. And then on the side, it shows you how much, and I think that you can work it longer. I'm sure there's stuff in there that,
Yeah, they stay a little bit longer on the modeling paste, but you're still adding Elvis glue to it, which I found interesting.
That's what I do with mine.
But they say you can use this better for if you're doing flower petals, the more raised curved, is
yeah.
to use that one.
Well,
I
I don't use it, so I never, I bought it a long time ago before I was dealing with my health issue, and then after I just went, I'm not doing that. But I keep it and look at it.
She brings it to class.
Let's see. Oh, and I use these little guys for a lot of the stirring up, because then I can just throw them away. Where these I have to clean and I have thrown these away, but I don't like to. So they work out real easy. And because I work in different mediums, I have all kinds of different stuff in here. But I like the plastic seems to be the most forgiving. But thank you guys.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.